Welcome, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, Jim Dedman. Hope you enjoyed today's video that I put together for you. We're always doing something interesting here in the shop. Stick around, watch the video, enjoy, comment. Thank you. Okay, what you see right here on my mill table, excuse my plastic, I'll put it up, is the sketch. Let me see if I can bring in my chicken scratcher on a little bit. Basically what I have is a drawing, and I'm going to make a tool block to put this Armstrong type holder in my quick change post, because I don't want to cut one up, and with the BXA that's on my lathe, I've got some space considerations. So basically what I'm going to do is make a 3-inch block 2 inches wide, and basically put a 1/2 inch, well, it's a 1 inch by 1/2 inch, probably 1 1/16 by 1 inch slot right along the end for this to be screwed with, held down with 1/4 20 Allen screws. Cut a dovetail in the end of the block, obviously, and then I'm going to make the block 1 inch thick here and leave 1 1/4 because I want this whole block to be 2.5 inches thick to give me some mass. So I'm going to make this 2.5, and then I'm going to cut this to be 1 inch so that we'll have a dovetail fit. And that's going to give me some, see, that'll give me some gap here plus some support. So we're going to have a 1/4 inch of support here down over to that, which should be plenty. We're only using 1/4 inch tools, so we're going to have 3/8 gap at the top and whatever works out in the middle. So I'm going to start this at basically I'm going to go 3/8 down, and then I'm going to center the 1 1/16 off of that. What I'm going to do is figure it from the top when I get ready to mill it. So the idea here is I want a good thick block because I want a little mass to this, but I need to have some clearance, and I could make this a little thicker. But I know from experience about that 1 inch works pretty good with the tool holder and with everything. That's also give me some room to go up and down on my centering adjustments. So, because if you look at it this way, here's a standard, that's a 1 inch tool. This one will actually come up a little higher. So I would be able to move my tools up to maybe 1/4 inch. But I just don't want to get to that point and find out, oh Lord, I ain't got no support. So that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to set the saw up and go ahead and saw my material. Okay, as my buddy Harold says, all projects start on the bandsaw. So what I've done is I've set this up on my bandsaw, obviously. If you'll look in the back, I've got my jack screw. Let me kind of bring you a little closer up here. You can see that I'll kind of turn you down. You can see I've got my jack screw. Move you in a little bit. See how I've got my jack screw set. One of the things about these saws, any bandsaw, the closer you can set these tracks here, the better. So now we're sawing this. Hopefully this will saw fairly straight. I'm allowing myself about 1/16 of an inch to work with here. And then I'm going to probably do a lot of bandsawing before I start cutting. So hopefully this will be sufficient to do the job. I'm going to fit this block down, and I'll show you a little bandsaw action with the mic on. Okay, this is the last little bit I'm bringing you back for. Excuse me, I turned the mic back on. I'm not got the cordless in because I'm doing a lot of milling and excuse me, I can be right close to the thing. This is one of the handiest tools in my shop, and this is just a Harbor Freight, the newer saw. There's nothing fancy, and quite frankly, you know, this is just to show you what you can do with this one of these saws. And you know, I could have put this in the mill and took my time and milled all this material out. But then this is a piece of material that potentially I can use down the road. You know, me, I think about stuff like that. And I'll go ahead and say, sometimes what we do in these shops at home isn't practical to make money. So, you know, it's a little different animal when you're trying to make something and sell it. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm running about 250 RPM or so with my fly cutter. And we're just gonna cut this thing. I'm gonna take about 20 thousandths of this pass. That first pass was the touch pass. I didn't show it on camera. And now I'm coming back across the part. Take about another 20 off just to clean it. Right now, all I'm doing is trying to get this block square. That's 20 thousandths right there. You have to cut, not much. I'm not really sure what grade of steel this block is. It come out of the scrap bin in Metal Supermarket. That's all I'm caring about. I'm trying to get, right now I'm working on getting two sides square with each other. This is just that standard holder that uses a CNMG file or 432 insert cut to the sides. Left hand holder, that's all it is. Okay, now I can just stop and find another corner to square. Okay, I've got the block here and I've got all the sides. Now we just square these. I'm going to square everything up before I start. just because I can, and I'm doing everything with the fly cutter so it's nice and flat. So next step is going to be, I'm going to make sure there ain't no burrs on these edges, and then we're going to start from there. Starting the process of cutting the dovetails, and anytime I can cut the dovetails this direction, I prefer it, so I can always use my power feed. So when you're making blocks, it's a lot easier. Tool holders you can't put in this way. So this is the start of this new special block. Okay, now you see where I've milled the slot. So this is the way I normally do these, is get the slots milled and out. And bottom line is that's just what you've got right there. I might go ahead and go back to 0 and make one skim pass or so down that middle. But realistically, that's good. It's nice and flat. And so now that's my bottom. And then I'm going to come back and I'll cut the dovetail. There is the dovetail lock right there. You see it slid on my lathe there. I didn't do the final size check. I mean, there we go. Nice and sliding fit. Now see, we're going to have to mill some out right in here probably. So that's going to give us what we're looking for. And then now we're going to set this thing up here. I might just set this thing right here and figure out where I'm going to put this other. Now you see in the mill here, move you over a little there. That's and this is the block that's ready so this sets right in it. And I milled it. I give myself a little bit of room for screws right above it. So that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to take this out and we're going to check it. Well, we still got one more milling operation as far as we got to cut a relief on the bottom of this thing here. Cooey, it's warmer, warm. All right, we're going to get this put on the lathe and kind of get an idea there, and I'll show you what we're going to have to do. If you don't know how well you can see this, but I'm above center probably by at least 1/4 of an inch with it setting on there normally. That's just everything sitting here loosely, not tightened up. So that means that's why this was made this way, so we could come in there and cut the slots as we needed. So, you know, once we put the screws and adjustments and all that in there, we've still got some more room to work. So basically what we're going to do is get up under here and mark the block, kind of get an idea or something, or mark, then we'll mill from there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the clearance. Now this is why I made this block as thick as I did, because I knew I was going to need to have clearance to make it work properly with the, with quick change without having to do a lot of model, And again, I will always, when I bought this and all, this was the original plan I had. It's like all plug and play. So I got to deburr this. It's probably warm. See, now you see, this is why this is made so thick, and this is why everything was made thick, to give me some space out in here. Let me get this deburred up, and we'll slip it up on the lathe and see how it looks. Well, this is the mock-up now. Basically, what you're seeing is how it's going to look. Of course, obviously, I'm going to put the screws and everything on it. And let me bring you around here to the rear. Let me zoom you in just a bit if I can. You see now how that's to create the clearance as it needs to work. So I had to create some clearance, and that was one of the things. So now, and the thing about this, I've designed it where the idea behind it, let me get you back off of this here, zoomed, is say I want to use this same tool holder in this direction here. Well, see, obviously this can flip this right around. See, and just by moving the tool around in the holder, I can go either way. So that's kind of gives me a lot of flexibility, especially with all these 1/4-inch bits. And I thought when I seen all those pre-gramped 1/4-inch bits the other day, I thought, man, that's going to be good. Good morning. First thing we're going to do this morning, I've done all the hard work, the math and everything, and you're looking at the part, I've laid it out. We're going to put 4 1/4-20 set screws to hold the Armstrong clamp this direction, and then we'll put the 1/4-20 for my studding in the center today. So that's what we're going to do. I've already laid out the I've already laid this out in fount centers and all that. And so all I'm fixing to do this morning now is just do the drilling tap. DRO is already programmed. That's a sweet thing there, that's being able to program this DRO up. Got me a spot and drill. I'm going to spot us the starting hole. And then we're going to drill the hole and tap it. I had to get a little oily oil this morning. And I checked all this out, by the way, and since I'm not going to be near the other, with this I'm deciding to go with equally spaced holes. To me, it just going to make a little bit more sense than to try to do something, crazy bolt pattern. I'm just going to go across here with 4 bolt holes equally spaced, because it seems to me it makes a little bit more common sense. So we'll get down here to our little old 1/4-20, and we'll get started with it. This morning. And I got 4 more of these to do, or 3 more. So I'll just hit these with the D-burr on the top. I'll bring you back. Decided to change my mind. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna drill my hole fairly deep. Because this is where my threaded rod's going to fit for adjustment. So it's going to be a lot deeper than some places that you see. In fact, I might just see this is pretty thick. I may go ahead, I prefer to, if I can, and if I got enough drill depth to drill all the way through. This makes life a little easier when you're tapping. Of course, this is going to be hand tapped. Now this block on this side is approximately 1.5 inches thick, so I may not get it all the way through with this drill. And if it is, if I don't, that's fine. We're not going to tap it that deep. Alright, that's plenty deep enough. We ain't going to tap near that deep. Now what I'm going to do here, well, I could theoretically do this, but I'm not going to, because the risk of chips backing up and breaking a tap at this point of my project is astronomical. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the mill, fire it up, and I'm just going to get the tap started. Then I'm going to cut it off right there, and then I'm going to grab my wrench and finish it. Sometimes discretion's always the better part of your valor in these areas. Okay. Then I'll grab my tap wrench and move my table out of the way, and I'll just hand finish it up. We'll see you in a minute. Hey, you're looking at the finished product right here. Let me zoom you in. There's what I finished up. That's how it's going to be. Look, that's going to go in my storage. And it's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly set up the way I wanted to set it up. And you'll notice, it's like I say, it just sits right there. Let me kind of bring you around to the back view here. And you can see why I had to do what I had to do right in that area right there. That's why I knew I was going to have to mill that out to give me some room to work. And I got about 1/8 of an inch of adjustment, which is pretty good. And so that's good and solid. I mean, that's the thing. There you go. Let me kind of bring you back view. And then I'll take the camera off and hand hold and give you a top view. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video. This is the completed tool holder for it to mount on there. So hopefully you'll see something you may want to do yourself, or this may be entertainment. So guys, girls, you know, this is just one more project knocked out in the shop. Enjoy it and have a great day. Thank you for watching today's video. This is Jim. This, by the way, I will remind you, this is a copyrighted production of James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your personal enjoyment here on YouTube. The other thing I want to do is quickly thank everybody that's out here, that's visited my channel, that views, that comments. Our channel is growing thanks to you, and I want to send you a sincere thanks. Thank you, and have a great day, and we will see you in the next video.